right, good morning, ladies. Let's go ahead and lift on our toes, back on our heels. Hope you guys have had a good week. What are we? I lost track what week this is.
I don't know,
4 or 5.
Yeah.
In quarantine. But we're making the best of it. So today we're going to talk about producing oxytocin. So that's the love molecule. It is produced in the hypothalamus. It is actually a hormone and it is secreted through the pituitary gland. Let's go ahead and align our ankles, knees, and hips. So, like I said, it is known as the love molecule. The best way that it is released as a hormone in our body is through social interaction. And we have been depleted of that at this time. And unless you have a family around you at this time, we are depleted of that, and especially amongst getting out with other ones that we love, our friends, our community. So right now, it's really like a time that we really need to cultivate that within ourselves. I'm popping in all these people that are coming back in. And so it's really important that we try to be mindful that we need that. It's healthy for us. And great ways that we can produce that when we're at home. One thing is like hands to heart. So let's just go ahead and place our hands to heart. Being intentional right here, this is a psychological trigger within ourselves, it's just soothing to have your hands to your heart. So just close your eyes. So stand nice and tall, spread your toes, be mindful of your stature because we really want to ground ourselves. So press all 4 corners of your feet to the floor. Again, engaging those kneecaps as you lift up and moving that energy up the body. You feel the body engaging as we engage at that pelvic floor. First root lock at the pelvic floor, and then drawing the navel back to the spine, sternum up, draw the shoulders down, reach the crown long. So you're nice and long, but the hands are pressing to that heart center. You want to activate that love molecule of oxytocin, that hormone to be released and secreted out through the pituitary gland. Just breathe. This hormone produces compassion and empathy. Produces that loving feeling. It feels good. We first have to know how to love ourselves before we can truly love another person and share that love. So stand here with self-compassion, with self-empathy, with self-love. And then bringing those hands to your heart center at prayer, finding gratitude for right here in this moment where you are. In our practice, so oxytocin is produced. It is a social interactive type hormone that's released. So we're going to today take this opportunity. Being of service to others is a great way to produce that oxytocin. And we can't necessarily do that as much as possible when we're locked into our homes, but we can be intentional by sending out love to someone else. So maybe we can offer our practice as a love offering to somebody else today. And being of service to someone in need that we know, and maybe struggling during this time. And it's just infusing that person with love and our intent through our practice. So we'll go ahead and begin, lifting arms all the way up. Lengthen nice and tall. And then exhale, fold. Lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold. Lift the heels, shake your head. Find that UIG breath, that breath that sits at the back of the throat, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Finding that movement, heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat. Squat deep into your thighs, gaze forward and little pulses into those thighs. Fingertips to the mat. Draw the navel into the spine. Little pulses, little pulses. Breathe in, breathe out. And 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And your last one, squat deep. Hold, then lengthen those legs, gaze through your legs. Then come back, squat deep, hold, gaze forward, sit deep, and then straighten those legs, gaze through your legs. Lift that tailbone up, then squat deep, gaze forward. And then lengthen, gaze through your legs. And then squat deep, gaze forward. And then lengthen, gaze through those legs. And then squat deep, gaze forward. And then squat, lengthen, deepen, gaze through your legs. And then squat deep. And then maybe move a little quicker if you want. Move at your pace. You can keep it slow. You can deepen a little deeper each time. In your fold and in your squat. Moving in and out. Just a couple more. Might hear little snaps and crackles in those knees. Mary and I are here. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one, lengthen, hold it. And lift up halfway. Fold. And then heel toe those feet back together. You're going to bend in your right knee. Take your right hand down, left hand rotates up, gaze up. If you want to place your hand at your tailbone, you can. As you stack those shoulders, bend in that right knee, left leg is straight, navel to spine, shoulders are stacked, gaze is up. And then release it, bend in the left knee, I'm like my body back on my sides, left hand down, rotate around. Gaze is up, right arm up, gaze follows it. And then release it center. Again, lift up halfway, draw the navel in, lengthen through that tabletop in your back, push the tailbone back, lifting, lengthening through the back of those legs, and then exhale, fold. And then step it back, downward facing dog. So starfish, those hands wide, grip with those fingertips, suction cup your hands, knife edge of your palm kisses the floor, then press back, ears and elbows side by side. Squat into those thighs a little bit as you build that length of the torso. Then begin to slowly straighten those legs, press those heels back the best of your ability. Just find where that downward dog works for you, finding that place that challenges you to feel that length and that strength, and then begin to pedal those heels. And then center, hold it, finding a little more lengthening, zipping those toes towards your knees, knees towards your hips, hips towards your ribs, navel to spine, ears and elbows side by side. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Deep diaphragmatic cleansing breaths. Join our attention into the here and now. Another way to produce that oxytocin is through mindfulness meditation. What does that mean? It's being mindful in the clearing of our thoughts. As we draw our attention into the present moment, it produces those loving feelings to be in this space. So just be cautious of the breath. To breathe, diaphragmatic breathing, cleansing breathing, restorative breathing, mindfulness breathing. Then begin to slowly roll it out to plank pose. And then roll it right back, lift the toes, tailbone high, press it back. And then bring it out to plank, shoulders and wrists line up, long spine, press those heels back, crown forward, and lift right back up, press it back, lengthening, deepening. And then one more time, roll it out, plank, hold it, draw the navel in, round into your upper back, hold. Hold, hold, hold. You want to make sure that your booty's not in the air, that you're not swaying in your back, your spine is long, shoulder blades down, shift your weight forward, elbows tuck in, come all the way down. Cobra pose, glue your toes to your mat, zip through your thighs, hover your hands, round your shoulder blades down and back, and lift the torso. Lift a little higher, rounding, deepening, and then we're just going to lower and lift. Lower and lift, lower and lift. You have 4 more. 3 more, 2 more, and your last one, lift it up, hold it. Now I want you to widen your legs and widen your hands. Lift the torso, fingertips to the mat, or out to the side of your mat, legs are out to the side. Toes are pointing. Elongate. Feel yourself stretching. Those arms and those legs. Those extremities are lengthening. Reach as far as you can. Lift the torso. Gazes forward. And we're going to lift up. Arms and legs. Superman. Lift, lift, lift. Feel free. Feel like you're soaring. Close your eyes. Take a breath. And then you're going to lower down. All the way down. And then lift all the way up. And then lower all the way down. And lift all the way up. Lower down. And lift up. Lower down. And lift up. Lower down. And lift. Lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. 4 more. Lift it up. Release. 3 more. Lower. Lift. 2 more. Lower. And lift. Last one. Lift it up. And then bring it down. And then one more time. Just bring it up and hold. Hold, hold, hold. Lengthen. Lift. Round. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. And 4. And 3. And 2. Bring in those legs center. Hands to your chest. Press up into plank pose. Hold into your plank. Draw that navel in. Pull the right knee in. And then the left. Pull the right. Then the left. Then the right. Then the left. Then the right. Then the left. Then the right. Then the left. If at any time you feel you need to modify, you can always come onto your knees and pull those knees in, kneeling. Always an option are those knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Four more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last one, plank hold. Lift your tailbone high to the sky, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Squat deep, hands prayer. Lift the torso. Sit deep, make sure you're not jetting your knees forward. Pull your tailbone back and down. With a long spine, roll the pelvis under. Hands to heart. Breathe in, breathe out. Reach those arms high to the skies, your shoulder blades are down, closing the eyes. Feeling the sensation of our pose. So we hold here in our chair pose. Just being intentional right here. To send out love. Thinking of a loved one. Feeling that love in your heart and extending it out. Doing that oxytocin, releasing that love molecule. So that hormone inducing those feelings of compassion and empathy within us. Sit a little deeper. Let's bring those hands to your heart center and place your hands on your heart. Sit a little deeper and just lift and lower into that chair. Hands to heart, find that movement. So movement also walking, dancing. If you don't want to squat and you want to try to break out a dance move, you're more than welcome to dance, but keep your hands at your heart. Whatever it is you want to do to produce those feelings that make you feel good. Love is that antidote. It's very easy in this time that we're going through to be closed off from love as we allow fear to set in. That's one thing that we need to try to do our best to be intentional, to not allow ourselves to sit in that space of fear. Acknowledge it if it pops in, but show it love and empathy. Choosing to shower love over fear. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last one, sit deep, hold, and then reach those arms right back out. Extend that love out and sit deep, having that pure awareness. Drop another inch. Bring those hands to heart. Lift up nice and tall. Take the arms, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands out. Plank pose. Elbows tuck in. Chaturanga. Hover, hold. Elbows and shoulders are lined up. Long spine. If you need a long spine on your knees, kneeling to modify, you can. And then flip your toes upward, facing dog. If you need your knees, you can find them. If you want to pop off to increase that intensity, do so. Our first beautiful upward facing dog. Press in, hold and breathe. Smile. Maybe rocking those shoulders. Open up that space, center, hold it. And then little tricep dips. Little tricep dips. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Little tricep dips. Keep the neck aligned with your spine. Gaze forward. Happy hearts are produced with smiles on our faces. So keep that smile. Keep that heart feeling that love. And you got 4. And you got 3. And you got 2. And your last one, press, hold. And then lift your hips, downward facing dog. Squat into your thighs. Gaze between your hands. So your hands become your feet. They're going to be grippy. And we're going to do little donkey kicks to our bum. So you're going to squat deep. And as you shift your weight forward, shoulders and wrists lined up, just heel kick your bottom. Just heel kick your bottom. And if you feel it's too much with both your feet, finding some air, you can lift the leg and alternate. Little donkey kicks to the back of your bum. Do the squatting, then pressing in. And then one more. And then hop to the top. Lift up halfway. Then exhale, fold. Heel toe those feet apart. Feet to the floor. Hands to the floor, chest forward, squat deep. Bring your hands to heart center at prayer. Little pulses in your thighs. Again, rotate those hands at prayer over your heart. Squeeze it. Breathe it in. Then move those arms around and hug yourself. A hug is an amazing release of oxytocin. Sometimes we might just need to hug ourselves. I know my family's so tired of me saying, "Can I have a hug?" In 4 and 3, as you wrap yourself in your hug, hold and breathe. Hold those thighs. Lift your torso. Sit deep, navel to spine. Hug, hug, hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe. And then release those arms. Lift up tall and then have a seat. Lift tall. Have a seat. Lift tall. Have a seat. Breathe in. Breathe out as we find that length as we lift. Feel that current flowing. The energy flows through the discipline of our practice. Our yoga practice can restore us, can enlighten us into a state of freedom, giving us peace of mind and lasting happiness. Four more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last one. Lift up tall, then come right back and have that seat. Sit nice and deep, then bring your hands to the floor. Lift those tailbones to the sky, straighten those legs, gaze through your legs, hands to your ankles. Pull your way a little bit more onto the balls of your feet as you reach your crown down towards the mat. Lifting that tailbone up a little higher. Then place those hands down, heel toe those feet together. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Take a big inhale, lift arms all the way up. Hands to heart center. Take a big inhale, lift. Listen to my cueing. Exhale, fold. Take the right leg back, left leg forward. Drop to that back knee. Press those hips forward. It's our Surya Namaskara. Pressing those hips down to form our sun salutation. Lift those arms high to the sky. Press in, deepen. Breathe in, breathe out. Release those hands down. Take that leg, straighten it. Walk those fingers forward, forehead towards your knee. Get nice and deep into that lunge. Hold it. Runner's lunge. Take that leg, step it back, kick it up. Three-legged dog. Hold into that three-legged dog. We're going to stay here in three-legged dog, or you can take it to two-legged dog, taking that right hand back to your right ankle. Find that, if you just walk those fingers back on the right hand, place it next to that foot, and then if you're able to take your hands to your ankle or you're around your calf, balance, hold, breathe. Then release that hand down. Bring it out, three-legged plank. Pull that knee in, kick it back, pull it in, kick it back. If you need to modify, find your right knee. Otherwise, you're just staying in plank and pulling that left knee in and out. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. And your last one, press it back, hold it, place that toe down. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. Take your right leg, kick it up, and stack your hip. That hip is stacked. Now take that leg, kick it out to the side. Then take it up, stack it behind you. Then take it, kick it out to the side, and tap the floor. Lift it up. Bend that knee, stack it behind you. Press it back, straighten it back, then pull it, bend it, kick it out to the side, tap that floor down, lift it up, bend that knee, press all the way back behind you, then bend in the knee, extend it out to the side, tap the floor, lift it up, bend, lengthen all the way back, stretch it back, then bend it, pull it out to the side, tap it down, lift it up, bend, lengthen back, a couple more, out to the side, tap it, lift it, bend, press back, lengthen, pull it out center, all the way down, tap it up, bend it back, hold it, knee stack, hip stack, then bring it all the way through, drop to your back knee, press your hips forward. Lengthen that spine, press in, then reach the torso, lift up the arms, press in nice and deep. And then release the hands, straighten that leg, walk those fingertips forward, forehead towards your knee. And then come back to that runner's lunge, nice and deep. And then take that back left leg, step it up, take a big inhale, lift, find your chair. Whoops, somebody's in, whoop, they got off. Sorry, hang on, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, fold. Take the left leg back, right leg forward, right where we just were. Press in, nice and deep. Hold and breathe. Lift the torso, reach the arms. And then release those hands out of the sky. Straighten that leg. Walk those fingertips forward. Sit a little deeper than you did last time. Then walk it forward. Come to that runner's lunge. Lengthen. Hands are down. Take that right leg, kick it high to the sky. Then pull it in, plank pose. Pull that knee in, press it back, pull it in, press it back. You're in plank. If you need your left knee to modify, go ahead and find it. Pull it in, pull it in. You got 4, you got 3, you got 2, and your last one, oh, I don't want to forget this, kick it right back up. You got to go into a two-legged dog. So take your right leg's up, so take your left hand back towards your left ankle. And then do your best to try to reach for that ankle or that calf and balance. If you want to keep those fingers to the mat, you can. And then when you're ready, release it. Then bring it out three-legged plank, place that toe down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. Take your left leg, kick it, and then stack your hip. Knee is bent, foot is dangling behind you. And then you're going to take that leg and kick it out to the side. And then bring it back, stack it. And then again, kick it out to the side, then tap the floor, lift it up, bend it, kick it back behind you, then pull it all the way through to the side, tap it down, lift it up, bend it, press it all the way back, and then bring it through out to the side, tap it down, lift it up, bend the knee, press it back, extend it, pull it center, lengthen out, tap it down, lift it up, bend it, press back, keep moving through the motion, doing your best. Again, your knees always an option. If you need to kneel, you can. Hang in there, several more. Keep moving through it. Extend it, tap it, lift it, bend, press it, bend it, extend it out to the side, tap it down, lift it up, bend, press it back. How about two more? Extend it, tap it, lift it, bend it, press it. One more. Tap it out to the side. Press it back, and then hold, stack it, then bring it through. Drop to your back knee. Press your hips forward. Pull your chest forward, and then lift the torso. Reach the arms high to the sky. Take a breath in, take a breath out. And then release the hands down. Straighten that leg, walk those fingers forward. Forehead towards your knee. And then comes that runner's lunge. Lengthen nice and deep, and then step to the top. Take a big inhale, lift, find your chair. You're gonna lift up and find that chair. Lift up, and we're gonna pull those knees up. Lift up, pull the knee up, have a seat. Pull it up, have a seat. Lift, have a seat, lift, have a seat. If you notice your heart rate changes, you can come in through your nose and out through your mouth at any time you feel you need that extra energy. This is your practice. Being diligent in it, persevering through it. Dedication and discipline to our practice produces that enlightened state. You can live in that state of harmony, feeling free in our bliss. Sit tall, lift deep. I said that's so opposite. I meant sit deep, lift tall. Hang in there. And a couple more. Four more each side. Lift those knees high. Three more. Two more. And your last one. And lift tall. Hands to heart center. And a big inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward facing dog. Bring it out to plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. Lift those heels, squat those thighs, take a big step or hop to the top. Lift tall, find your chair. Lift tall, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward facing dog. Bring it out to plank. Elbows tuck in, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, squat those thighs, gaze between your hands, take a big step or hop. Lift tall, find your chair. Lift tall, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward dog. Roll it out, chaturanga dandasana. Upward dog to downward dog. Take your right leg, kick it up. Stack your hip, and then bring it through. Warrior one, back heel down, lift the torso, reach the arms, press in. Deepen into that front leg. So if right toes are forward, again, we got our clock around us, 12 o'clock. That front right knee and ankle line up, back leg is long. It's lengthening, those toes are about 11:30 p.m. as the knife edge of the foot kisses the floor. Press in deep, lengthening that back leg, strengthening the front leg, engaging the bond is at the pelvic floor, the navel, and the chin. Reaching the crown up, shoulders down. U-I-G breathing. Mindfulness in the moment as we meditate on love, Bring those hands out, wrap them around, give that self hug, feel the love. Deepen into that lunge, hold in that lug, and then hinge over. Surrendering right here. And then slowly just pivot yourself around, keeping that hug into a straddle. Releasing those hands, grabbing those ankles, gaze through your legs. Pull those forearms towards your calves and your shins. My goodness, today with my body parts, I'm back in preschool. And then release those hands, lift up halfway, turn those toes out to the corners, walk those heels in a bit, squat deep, lift the torso, goddess pose. Drop another inch down. Then bring your hands back to prayer. Lift the heels. Lower the heels, open those arms up. Then bring them back to prayer, lift them up. Then lower down, open. Then bring them prayer, lift. Open, lower, prayer, lift. Open, lower, prayer, lift. Expand the arms, lower the heels. Hands to heart, lift the heels. Open, heart, open the heart. You got that? Bringing it to the heart, then open it up. So we're in our goddess, we open up those hips. Releasing, remember our hips were storage areas. It's a big storage center for memories and emotions. We can hold on to a lot of things that can block us from having the abilities and capabilities of wanting to feel love. So right here in this space, we're releasing what's holding us back. So we can be open to love, to compassion, to empathy. Producing healthy relationship first with ourselves, with the divine, with one another. Hang in there, a couple more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one. And I want you to bring those hands to heart center, lifting those heels, hold. I know they're shaking. Hang in there, hang in there. Woo! Drop another inch down, open those arms, drop in those heels, then lift up and lower down. Lift up, come all the way down. Sunflowers, lift up, all the way down, lift up. All the way down, lift up. And again, we're hinging down. Gather with that mindful intent, the love you got, and extend it out. Gather it up and extend it. We are service. Loving others, that's where we feel the most fulfillment. The most joy is in servitude. And it's hard to do that as we're locked in our homes right now. But we can do it energetically. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one, lift up nice and tall, reach, and then turn those toes towards the back now, which will be your left foot will be forward. Sass into your hips, reach into your arm, spine, triangle pose. Hinge yourself over. Find that sass, so the right cheek is shifting out. Arms are out. Lengthen hold, then hinge over to triangle pose. Hold and breathe, shoulders stack, gazes up. And then bring that hand out of the sky. Bring your hand center for a pyramid pose. So walk those ankles into alignment. Make sure everything's where it belongs. Shift your tailbone back, crown forward. Then forehead towards your knee. Walk your fingertips further forward. Push your tailbone back. Find a little more length in the torso as you find that knee and forehead coming closer together with both legs straight. If you need a slight bend in that knee, it's okay. Be able to lock it, get a little deeper. Just find that place in your practice that keeps you safe while you dig a little deeper to get the best out of your practice. Then press into those fingers, lift your front toes. Walk those fingers back as you lift up. You're balancing on that heel. Press into those fingertips. If you're able to lift that heel, you can walk those fingertips back a little bit and lift that heel, engaging, holding, breathing, and then place it down. Walk your hands forward, slide into that runner's lunge. Nice and deep. Now revolve, crescent lunge. Left foot's forward, right hand down, rotate left hand to the sky. Press it up, hold and breathe. You can stay here, or if you're able to get down to that forearm, get down a little deeper and onto that forearm. Then I want you to take that top toe. I want you to slide it around. I want you to rotate that forearm where that foot was, that hand comes. As you're balancing on that forearm side plank, hold and breathe. Now take that arm, reach it overhead. If you were still standing fully extended in your side plank, you can come down to that forearm. If you need to find a knee, you can always come to that bottom knee. Reach that arm overhead. Now pull that top knee up and then drop that hip. Lift it up, reach the arm, pull that top knee, meet the elbow, lengthen it down, reach the arm, drop that hip down, lift it up, pull the knee and elbow, reach overhead, drop the hip, tap the mat, lift it up, pull knee and elbow, reach, tap, lift, pull elbow, knee, reach overhead, tap, lift, reach. One more time, tap, lift, elbow, knee, and tap, lift, hold. Then bring it center plank, forearm plank, and hold. Hold and breathe, navel to spine. And just rotate, dropping hip side to side. Those hips will pivot side to side to drop to the mat. Again, if you need the knees, you can always kneel and rock in those hips. Side to side. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one, center hold. Now find dolphin pose. Lift the tailbone to the sky. It's your downward dog on your forearms. This is dolphin. Try not to press your head onto the floor as you lift your tailbone to the sky. So you're in a forearm stand. So you want to make sure that your shoulders and elbows are in alignment. So you can take, if you need to reset yourself, you can always check in. Take your opposite hand to opposite elbow and make sure your joints are stacked. This is your foundation. So your tailbone's up, you're working right here. If you want to work on an arm balance, you're going to take that left leg, kick it up. And you're just going to lift it up in forearm balance. And then bring it down. And then lift it up. If you just want to lift that leg and kick it, you can lift and kick it. Tap that left toe, lift it up. If you need to modify onto that right knee, you can come kneeling and lift and kick. And when you get to that forearm balance, just keep those bandhas active. Try not to sway in your back. Tuck everything in. Hold and breathe. Gaze between your hands and your forearms. And then bring it down, bring it out. And a 5-pointed star. Legs out wide, arms out wide. Lift up. Hold and breathe. Squeeze. Lift. Just as we did in our warm-up. And then bring it center. Push up. Downward facing dog. Roll it all the way out. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Push up. Downward facing dog. Take your right leg, kick it up. Bring it through, crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted. Reach the arms, sit deep. Crescent lunge now, the right leg's forward. Still facing the back of our mat. So nice and deep into it. And then pivot around to the front, warrior 2. In that warrior 2, hold. Center those hips, reach those arms, deepen in. And then flip. So it's the right or left leg's forward now, toes are forward, ankles line up, back foot is parallel. Arms are long, chest is open, shoulders are down, deepen into that front leg. Center your hips, rotate that left palm, reach up overhead. Slide that back hand down your back right leg without putting pressure on your knee. Or you can take that back arm, wrap it around to that front left thigh. Or just hug around your torso, around the back. Gaze up through the armpit, up to the ceiling, lunge a little deeper. Then immediately lift yourself out, balancing half moon. So 3 fingers are going to line up with those toes. Hands around your back or down that leg. You can slowly bend that knee. If you want, you can take your hand to that ankle and feel that amazing stretch to the top of your thigh. You want to make sure those toes, standing toes, do not try to turn to compensate for balance. You want to keep that knee elevated, hip stack, shoulder stack. If you're reaching for that ankle, you don't have to get the ankle. You can stay in your balancing half moon, shoulder stack, hip stack, everything's lined up. Standing toes are forward. And then where you are, bring that hand out of the sky, let go of your ankle wherever you are, drop that hip down. Lengthen that back leg. Lift the torso, gaze forward. Exhale, fold it down. Lift that leg a little higher. Then step it back nice and deep into a runner's lunge. Pulse into it. Left leg is still forward. And then you're going to hold right here. Take that back foot, step it up towards that left heel, then lunge it. Step it, lunge it, step it, lunge it. Step and lunge, step and lunge. Step, lunge, step, lunge. As we're nice and low, lift the torso. Keep that movement, reach and pull. Same leg, reach and pull. Reach and pull, reach and pull. Navel to spine. Hang in there. Squatting into that left leg. Reach, pull, reach, pull. If you need to stay low, you can stay low with hands to your mat. If you're able to bring it up, 8 more, 7 more, 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. And your last one, bring that knee up and hold. Balance. This time it's that right leg that's up. Place both hands under your knee. Or extend that leg at your ankle and hold. Or you can take your hands to the pad of your foot and hold. What you don't want to do is lift this leg way up. You want to keep it aligned with your hip. Keep those standing toes forward. You want to hinge at your hip, pulling that chest forward. Whew. If you fall over, just find it. Again, wherever you are, find that length. Deepen again, pulling that chest forward without collapsing. Bringing that gaze forward. Smile. Hold and breathe. Bring yourself down the best you can. Then slowly release. Reach those arms up. Lift that leg. Find warrior 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Navel to spine. Make the letter T with your body. And then hands come down. Knee nice and deep. Take that left leg. Kick it high. Then pull it in heart center plank pose. Kick it up. Out wide to your elbow. Kick it up. You're going to crisscross. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Kick it up. Pull it heart center. Kick it up. Out wide. Kick it up. Crisscross. Kick it up. Pull it center. Kick it up. Out wide. Kick it up. Crisscross. Kick it up. Pull it center. Kick it up. Out wide. Kick it up. Crisscross. Kick it up. Hang in there, 2 more. Bring it center. Out wide. Crisscross. 1 more. Pull it center. Out wide. Crisscross. Kick it up. And then chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Push up. Downward facing dog. Drop to your knees. Sit back. Find child's pose. Hands to your heels. Forehead to your knees. Tuck in nice and tight. Your heart rate's elevated. If you need to catch your breath, catch it right here. If you can't be so closed off, you can sit up for a minute to catch your breath if you need to. And then come right back here when you're ready. You're tucked in tight. In a little cocoon space, feeling safe. Feel yourself embracing yourself in this space. So we're tucked in self-care. self-love. Feel that embrace of encouragement through your personal affirmations, through God speaking to you, to your heart, or whatever your belief is. Just feel that energy restoring you, filling you with peace of mind. As fear is removed, love is restored. And then go ahead, lift those arms, lengthen them all the way out. Lift up nice and tall. Curl the toes, lengthen, lift the tailbone, downward dog. Lift the heels, gaze between your hands. You're gonna heel kick your bum again. If you need to do a little set to your hands, grip with those fingers, they become your hands. So suction cup your hands, shoulders and wrists are gonna line up. You're gonna squat into your thighs, and you're gonna lift and you're gonna kick into your bum. And again, if you wanna do those little donkey kicks, alternating, you're welcome to be right here and just alternating those donkey kicks without getting any air. And then the next one, step or hop to the top. Take a big inhale, lift, and find your chair. Big inhale, lift, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward dog. Bring it out to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. Left leg kicks, stack your hip. Bring it through for warrior one. Back heel down, lift the torso. Really press in, so left leg's forward, 12 o'clock. We got that imaginary clock around us to make sure we're in alignment. Ankles line up, that back big toe is 130. As we lunge into it. Center those hips, lengthen that back leg, strengthen that front leg, reach the arms, shoulders down. Just close your eyes and be present. Just focus on the breath as we're mindful in this stature. And then we wrap our arms around ourselves in the state of mindfulness, inducing love, feeling compassion, feeling safe. And then hinge the body over, surrendering in this stature, holding and breathing in this posture. Then pivot yourself into a straddle, hugging yourself, allowing your spine to get a little longer and deepen in, hold and breathe. Allow your feet to slide as deep as you need to get the best out of it. And then release those hands to your ankles. Lifting the tailbone. Crown down, gaze through your thighs. Then release the hands. Turn those toes out. Sit that bum down, lift up into your goddess pose. Now we're sitting here, those palms are out. We're gonna move back and forth, so bring those hands to heart center, lifting those heels. Drop another inch. Then open up, lower down. Hands to heart, lift the heels. Extend the arms, open up, drop the heels. Pull back to heart center, lift the heels. Open up, drop the heels. Pull it, heart lift. Open up, lower. Heart center, lift. Open up, lower. Heart center, and open. Open up and lower, and then bring it open. Heart center, open it up. Heart center. Open up. Heart, open. Heart, open. Heart open, lift the heels. Open up, lower the heels. Bring it, move it. Several more. Feel those legs begin to twitter and shake. Keeping those bandhas active. Keeping that breath aligned with the movement. One breath. One movement. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one, bring it back, prayer, hold it, sit deep. Smile. Then open up, feeling all that love, heels down, swoop it all the way down and lift it up. Now give it out to the world. Shine it bright. Gather that love. And then gently push it out. Infuse the world, infuse your people with love. We can't socially interact face to face. We can do it energetically through prayer and mindfulness meditation. Being intentional where we direct that intent. Pouring love, compassion, and kindness out. Letting go of fear. Embracing love. Several more. And your last one, lower down, lift it up. And then sass in those hips, turn those feet. So now your right foot's gonna become your front leg at the back of your mat. Left hip pushes out, get sassy. Reach those arms, hinge it over. And then stack those shoulders, gaze up. Triangle pose, hold and breathe. Remember, you're pressed between 2 panes of glass. And then slowly pivot it for pyramid. So line those ankles, maybe shorten your stance just a bit. Both legs are straight. Walk those fingertips forward as you push your tailbone back. And then bring that forehead towards your knee. Do your best. If you need a micro bend in your knee, you can have one. Be able to keep it straight, keep it straight. Find that length and depth. And then slowly lift your front toes up. You can walk your back heel, hands back a bit. Give yourself a little support there as you want to engage in through the bandhas and lifting that foot up if you can. Just an option. And then place it down. Slide that back foot back. Find that nice deep lunge. So the right foot's forward, left hand comes down. Shoulders stack, right arm goes up. Revolve, crescent lunge. That back leg's nice and long. If you need support, find that back knee. Keeping bandhas active, navel to spine. If you want to drop, you can get a little deeper to that forearm. Drop to your forearm on the left side. Rotate that hand to become your foot. Take that foot back to the side plank and balancing forearm side plank. If your arm was all the way up, you can bring it down now to that forearm. And then reach that arm overhead. Pull that knee and elbow to meet. Reach it, drop that hip down. Lift it up, elbow and knee meet. Reach, drop that hip down. Lift it, elbow, and then drop it, lift it. Elbow, knee meet. Reach, tap that mat with your hip. Reach that arm, elbow, knee meet. Reach, drop that hip down. Lift one more time, elbow, knee meet. Reach, drop that hip. Lift it up, pivot, center, forearm plank. Make sure your shoulders and elbows line up. Again, you can take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Make sure you're stacked in. Then lift your tailbone to the sky for dolphin pose. Hold in your dolphin. Make sure your head's not on the floor, on the ground. You're lifting that tailbone to the sky. Now, if you want to practice a forearm stand, you can kick on that right side this time and just lower and lift. Lower and lift. If you want to try to get in that stand, lift it up. Balance. Gaze between your hands in those forearms. If you need your left knee, you can always hit that left knee and lower and lift this leg and kick on the right side. So there's a place for everybody. Find what works for you. And then bring it out, all the way down. 5-pointed star. Lift the torso, lift the legs. Lift and breathe, hold, and then bring it center. Push back, downward facing dog. Then bring it out, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. Take that left leg, kick it high, and then stack that hip, and then bring it through, crescent lunge. Reach those arms high to the sky. Deepen down in that crescent. And then pivot around, warrior two. Now the right foot is back at the top edge of your mat. Back foot comes parallel. Reach those arms deep and down into that warrior two. Center your hips. Expand to that heart center. Then rotate that right palm up. Reach up and over. Take that back left hand, slide it down that leg or around. Hug yourself. You're facing me, yeah. Woo, breathe in, breathe out. Find that length deep in. And then sleep it out to bouncing half moon. So your fingers are going to line with your toes. You can keep your hand around your back if you choose. Take that hand up, lift it up to take your hand to your ankle if you choose. Feel that beautiful stretch. Lift that knee high. Hold it, breathe through it. Keep those shoulders stacked. And then rotate, bring that hand down. Gaze between your legs, nice and long. Then lift up, lengthen it, step it back nice and deep into this nice deep runner's lunge and pulse it. Pulse it, pulse it. Nice and deep into that thigh. Then hold it, and you're gonna take that back left toe, slide it up to the right, and then lunge it back. And slide it up, lunge it back. Slide it up, lunge it back. Step it up. Keep moving, stay low, hands to your mat. In 4 more, you're gonna lift the torso. In 3, in 2, and next time lift the torso. Keep that leg moving, reach and pull with those arms. You're in that home stretch, hang in there. Feeling invigorated, feeling strong, feeling encouraged, feeling that stamina, that flexibility. All these things together, as we work them onto our mats throughout our physical essence, we manifest them into our mental and our spiritual, feeling stronger in mind, more flexible in our mind, having the stamina and endurance, that discipline within. So our spirit becomes free with peace of mind and lasting happiness. And your last one, lift it up, hold it. Now you're gonna take your hand under your knee. Lengthen, walk it down all the way to your ankle, or place your hands at the pad of your foot. What you don't wanna do is collapse. So you want to hinge at your hips. You don't want that leg lifted higher than your hip. You want to pull your chest forward. Standing leg straight as possible. If you need a slight bend in it, it's okay. Keep your gaze forward. Then slowly release it. Reach those arms up. Lengthen back. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Lengthen, hold it, reach it. Then place those hands down. Come nice and deep. Take that right leg, kick it high to the sky. Hang in there. It's your final push. Pull that knee in heart center. Kick it up. Out wide. Kick it up. Crisscross. Drop that hip. Kick it up. Bring it through. Heart center. Kick it up. Out wide. Kick it up. Crisscross. Kick it up. Heart center. Kick it up. Out wide. Kick it up. Crisscross, kick it up, and center, kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross. You can always modify on that left knee and do it on your knees. Hang in there, you're almost there. Crisscross it, 3 more, pull it in, kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross, kick it up, 2 more, come on, you got this. You're determined. You will not let anything steal your joy. Staying in that space of love and hope. No fear. Last one. We got this. and then release it. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Woo! Push back. Downward facing dog, and then find your knees. Sit back. Hands back. And just surrender here in this space. Feel safe in this space. Feel loved in this space. Feel protected in this space. Feel that knowing that all is working for our greatest good. Trusting and believing. So you think, so you are. The energy we put out is the energy we attract. So collectively, together, if we put out love, we'll induce more love in the world. It is more important now than ever. So go ahead and lift yourself up. Place your hands out, crisscross your ankles, and pull yourself back and have a seat. Come back onto your forearms. Lifting those legs, point those toes in little circles. Make those circles a little bigger. You're just tracing that circle each time, making it a little bigger, and a little bigger. And the next thing you know, you can make it as big as you can. Just try not to fall over. Stay centered, keeping that powerhouse, your hips, your back, your core, your glutes active to stabilize and execute the motion. Being precise with that movement. If you need to do it with bent knees, you can always do it with bent knees in the modified version. A couple more this direction. And your last one, hold it center in the reverse other direction. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, tracing those circles. It starts little and you make them big. And then hold. Pull those knees in. Roll all the way back. Take your hands under your knees. Tuck your chin to your chest. And I want you to rock up, balance on your sit bones. Don't let your feet hit. A nice little maternal massage to your back and to those organs. Rock back, don't let your head hit. Rock up, don't let your toes hit. What you don't want to do is kick your legs. So don't kick your legs, keep them tucked in, but don't put pressure on your knees with your hands on top. Keep them underneath. Keep those heels pressed towards your bum. Rock back, don't let your head hit. Rock up, don't let your toes hit. Balance on those sit bones. Rock back and forward. Feeling that inner child coming out. Remember when you were a child, you felt no worries, always happy, just go lucky, going with the flow. Children start just in the present moment, enjoying what is. So just allow ourselves to be in that space, cultivating love through our day-to-day. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last one. And then come up, seated, hold. And then if you want, take your hands at your knees, out wide, take your hands at your ankles, out wide, boat pose, navel in, shoulders down. Hold and breathe, hold and breathe, hold and breathe. If you want to reach those arms up, reach those arms, hold, activate the body, just to stabilize. Then bring those legs center. If you're holding, pull them in, and then bring them out, lengthen, lift tall, exhale, fold. Again, hinging at your hips, folding over, pulling that chest forward, reach it down and hold. Breathe in and breathe out. Go ahead and bend at the right knee and then place it down. So that foot is right on the inside of your thigh. This right knee's down. Take the left hand to your knee, rotate around. Gaze over that back right shoulder. And then bring it center, walk your hands down to that left ankle. Again, hinging at your hips, take a big inhale, exhale, deepen, pull your chest forward, deepen down, hold and breathe. Now bring the left hand back, take that right foot down and lift up, press that hip forward. Press in, this left foot is down, bend on that right knee, press in that hip, and then bring it right back and switch. So right leg out, left knee down, foot's on the inside, rotate around, opposite hand, opposite knee, rotates. Bring it back center, walk your hands down. All the way down to the ankles if you can, the best of your ability. Push your tailbone back, crown forward, lengthen through the torso, deepen down. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Then lift up, pull that right foot up, place that foot down, place that left hand down, lift up, press into those hips, and reach up and over. And then bring it down and find butterfly. Feet are together, heels towards your pelvis. Pull your chest through and exhale, fold. And then come seated nice and tall into your lotus. As we sit tall into our lotus pose, we're going to wrap ourselves into this hug again. So hugging ourselves. So hugs reduce cardiovascular stress and they boost our immune system as they release the oxytocin that is produced in our hypothalamus and secreted through our pituitary gland. It is that love hormone. So feel the love right now as you hug yourself. Maybe rock side to side. Feeling that. We're going to hold in this hug and we're going to work on our breathing. So feel the chest as you hug yourself expanding. We're going to take an inhale for 4. You're going to hold at the top for 4. You're going to exhale for 4. You're going to hold at the bottom for 4. And then we'll repeat. So take a big inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Releasing those arms, shaking them out, finding some movement here. You know, walking, dancing, any physical movement, it's going to help you release the dopamines, the serotonins, the oxytocins, all those feel-good endorphins in our body. We really focus today on that oxytocin so we could feel the love. So I hope you feel the love, ladies. All right, hands down, spines long, palms, as our palms are cupping our knees, drawing that energy within, just feeling every molecule of our body filled with that loving essence. As we are so full of love, it just bubbles out, and we just want to just spread it out amongst everybody. So you just sprinkle love everywhere you go today, everything you do. I know most of the places you're going to go might be like the essential stores, or if you're on a walk, but you're walking, just infuse that love and drop just little droplets everywhere you go. So let's just go ahead and bring our hands to heart center. Feeling that love, feeling that gratitude as we've cultivated through our practice in this space, having the freedom within having peace of mind and lasting happiness. We are awakened to our bliss. And when we're in our bliss, we are better able to serve. And may we collectively serve in our home spaces today as a light of love to the world. Let's go ahead and lift our arms all the way up. Lengthen nice and tall. Exhale back to heart center. One for the mind. Big inhale. One for the body. And a big inhale for the spirit. You go have a magnificent day. Namaste. Mwah! Love you guys.